Joining me now is Senator Bill Cassidy, the Republican from Louisiana. Senator, good to have you with us. How do you expect the vote to go tonight, and how are you going to be voting?
Hey, Todd, thanks for having me. Good to see you. I think that we'll get 3 or 4, maybe 5 Democrats. We're not going to get the number we need to reopen the government. It's still Schumer's shutdown. Schumer's going to keep a tight leash on those Democratic senators, my expectation, and that's too bad. We need to reopen the government, and Schumer needs to let it happen.
Yeah, this morning, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries sending this letter to House Speaker Mike Johnson. Let's put that up on the screen. Dear Speaker Johnson, I write to challenge you to a debate on the floor of the House of Representatives any day this week in prime time, broadcast live to the American people. Speaker Johnson rebuffed House Minority Leader Jeffries' challenges to a debate. Let's listen.
Look, my friend Hakeem had his shot. We debated all this on the House floor, as you know, before we passed our bill. He spoke for 7 or 8 minutes. He had all of his colleagues lined up. They gave it their best shot, and they argued, and they stomped their feet and screamed at us and all that. And still, we passed the bill in bipartisan fashion and sent it over to the Senate. The House has done its job. I'm not going to let Hakeem try to pretend for these theatrics. I mean, this is a Chuck Schumer decision. The ball is in the Senate's court now. The House has done this.
I'm not understanding what Schumer's play is here, Senator. I've been covering politics a long time. Is it possible that he just really is scared of the progressives within his own party?
I think he's scared of the progressives within his own party, but I think his party agrees with some of the stuff that we're trying to get rid of. I think his party would fundamentally agree that we should use taxpayer dollars to help do sex change operations on minors, which the bill that we pass forbids. Now, what I don't understand is why do they want to cut the $50 billion that Republicans have put out for rural health care? We are putting $50 billion out to make sure the most vulnerable in the rural areas have health care both reinvigorated and reimagined and made sustainable, and the Schumer shutdown wants to eliminate that. I can keep going through. I guess they want tax back on tips. I guess they want tax on senior social again. Point being, the Schumer shutdown's hurting a lot of people, and I'm not sure why they're going where they're going.
Well, the Schumer shutdown is hurting a lot of people, and I'm wondering what is the end game here? Because it certainly seems as though the Republicans, for the first time in many, many seasons, are entrenched here and not budging. How does all of this end? How does it play out?
I'd like to say, wait a second. I'd like to think Republicans, we continue to say, all we want is 7 weeks. We can work out differences in 7 weeks, call it a cooling off period. You won't even give a 7-week extension. I'm hoping that Democrats suddenly wake up. Wait a second. Republicans are being incredibly reasonable. They want a 7-week extension so that we can negotiate, come to a conclusion, not a full year, the current budget for 7 more weeks in order to pay our troops, as one example, to keep that going. But while we work out our differences, if they'll agree to that 7-week extension, I'm optimistic we can get something done. If they just want to dig in, Democrats do, and say we're going to shut it down no matter what, even if the troops don't get paid, for example, then we're just going to be here for 7 weeks.
But why do we need an extension? I don't understand that. I'm in full disclosure here, I'm a fiscal conservative, and I'm still bothered by the fact that this CR is still at the Biden spending level. So why do we need an extension? Let's just get this thing done.
I would like to do that. But Todd, right now, if you notice, it's been hard to get something through the House and the Senate, and that's why our government shut down. But if we have, now it's going to be 6 more weeks by which to address it, then we can come up with Trump spending priorities and Republican spending priorities to replace those. Let's just get it done. I'm all for it. Schumer's trying to shut it down right now, though, and best I can tell, not seriously negotiating.
Senator, real quick before we let you go, some breaking news this afternoon from your colleague Chuck Grassley. The FBI has apparently been spying on at least 8 of your colleagues, 8 Republicans in the Senate, including Senator Marsha Blackburn and others. Your reaction to what the Biden FBI was up to?
I have not heard that yet. Let me get details. If you're talking about the FBI spying on elected officials, incredibly problematic. Grassley is the chair of the Judiciary Committee, and he's a bulldog. And so I'll count and trust on him to find out, to get to the bottom of it. But it'll be absolutely wrong if that's what they've been doing.
All right, well said. Senator, we really appreciate your time this afternoon. I know it's a busy day, and thank you for holding the line there in the Senate. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Todd.